Hi guys, and welcome back to Let's Talk with Macy. This is Let's Talk with Macy, where we talk about anything and everything. So today we are joined by a friend who's going to talk to us about life before and after graduation. Like we said, we are going to dedicate a few series to life before and after graduation. And guys, before we go into the video and before I say welcome to my guest, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And thank you very much, Malima, for agreeing after fighting you for those times to come. And yeah, welcome to Let's Talk with Macy.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Malima, I said Malima is a friend, but I didn't go into depth of who Malima is. So can you briefly just introduce yourself? Who's Malima? Yeah.
Who is Malima? Officially, I'm Valimina Kwedi. That's my official name, though I'm known by my house name, which is Malima. I'm actually named after a man, so Malima is my namesake name that I also got, and it's the name that everyone knows. So Malima, born and raised in the town of Ondangwa, but I grew up in Windhoek. I started my pre-primary school at Unemployed Primary School. I mean, yo guys, I've been up and down with schools, eh? I've been to 6 schools in total.
Yeah.
Unemployed Primary School. I came to Mandume Primary School here in Windhoek, and then from Mandume Primary School I went to Moses Garweb Primary School. That is a school. I'm talking a hood girl, eh? I'm hood girl.
Oh.
The ghetto lives in me. I'm from the ghetto, so please don't have other expectation. So I completed my primary school at Moses Garweb, and I further my grade 8 at Hagigendorps High School, which is just next door or opposite. How do they say it? Because those schools are like next to each other. So it was like next door school. So I was at Hagigendorp for 2 years, of which I later on moved to the north. Like I said, I've been traveling. I've been a tourist.
Exploring the schools.
The school. So I went to do my grade 10 at Onangolo Secondary School. It's a school in Ondangwa. I bet you know it.
Yeah, Peter. I want to know how you ended up here. Because I'm not going to go Peter.
That's what everyone say. Like, okay. But I think it's within a person. Or is it, what do they say? Your perception. I mean, people will have their perception, but if you don't perceive it, or what is the word? If you don't live by it, then you will not. Like, Onangolo, hey people, but okay, prove to them like
You are here.
I can make it out of this situation. Or if you adapt to it and tell yourself, Manangolo, yampita na wait a bit. So you gotta be different, do something better, and then put in the effort, and you make it out. Like, say I went to complete my matric at Shagati Secondary School. The same saying goes, of course, we hype it.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Here you are.
We stepped out of that environment. We did whatever it is that we had to do for us to be here today. We didn't make it in life, but we are there. We made it out, and we are somewhere, you know. So yeah, that's basically all I can say about Malima. Other than that, I'm an extrovert. I like to know people. I'm very much open. Like I said, I went from one school to another school, not even worrying about, no, I have friends here, what will my friends do, what will they say, I'm gonna miss out, I'm gonna meet new people. One thing I was always on the lookout to new people, getting new friends, new places, new environment, and all that. So in short, business minded. What you see is what you get. The ghetto, the hood, that is Malima.
That's Malima. Oh wow, actually, that's great. So changing from school to school, there's this thing of being new and then you are bullied and all those things happen. So you didn't experience all those. How did you maybe handle being moving to different schools, or you just accepted as, okay, I'm going to a new school, I'm going to meet new people, and it's fine for this number of years, then I move into the next school? You just didn't have maybe people that you hold on to, which, no, I don't want to move from Hage to Nangolo because Nangolo is in the north and I'm from Windhoek, things like that.
Yeah, I think I'm an open person. Very extrovert, I would say. So I'm always looking forward to meeting new people, to being at new places, and I don't attach myself to things. To say, no, I'm friends, I'm gonna lose out on my friend. Because trust me, as much as I was moving from all these schools, I did have friends, but they were never a reason as to say or to make me feel bad as to I'm leaving, I'm going to a new place, I don't know people and all that. And falling victim to bullying.
You're the bully.
Yeah, I was probably the bully. I was probably the bully. Because
bully at all the schools.
I mean, okay, was I ever bullied? I think I'm somebody that fits in with everybody. So I don't remember ever being bullied. Probably the bully, but I always stood out like. And I knew at the school.
People would want to be associated with you since you're from Window.
That was my experience when I went to Anangolo. And mind you, I had to be I was new at the school and I had to run for head girl. And I became the school head girl. On my first time in that school, and I was like, okay. But anyways, yeah. I think I'm open. I'm a very
you not find it
open.
difficult to
And I adapt easily. I would say so.
Okay. So then you moved. Okay, great. So then you were in grade 12 at Oshakati SSS and you were deciding you were applying for university. What did you apply for at university and which university did you choose?
That one was another struggle, guys. If there's one thing I would say I lacked in my grade 12 was proper career guidance. Because mind you, even when I was applying, did I apply? Yeah, no, I did apply at UNAM. I only applied at UNAM, but even late application in IUM, I think. And I was just applying for the sake of applying. Or maybe I didn't think I was going to make it to university or something, because the way I was performing in grade 12, the pass came as a surprise as well. I was not expecting to
make it like that.
To make it like that straight to university. So they say you were just there thinking, okay, fine, at least I must push to have these points, and if I don't make it, I go improve at NAMCOL or something. But university focus was really
not much
of it. Like you were not really invested to say, no, this is what I wanna be, that's what I want. It's just Kalunga Tambulo no way.
Kalunga Kwafelene, those ones. Honestly, I think those ones that don't even try hard are those ones that just get it. Okay, so then what did you choose when you were applying those late applications?
I applied Kedmans. That was that campus was opening that year. That's why they had that late application. I applied at Kedmans for entrepreneurship. Yeah, there was the diploma or something in entrepreneurship. I just applied.
So how did you end up with local government at UNAM main campus?
Now coming back to January now, registration. No, yeah, I did apply. My focus was more on IUM because I've known a lot of people that were there. So that was the university that stood out for me then. So I did apply at IUM. They admitted me. They had what did I apply for? Something counseling, HIV, what management, something like that. And for me, I've always wanted to work around people and whatnot. So I would see myself more on the other side than this. So I come to Windhoek to come and register. Fast forward, I'm telling my sister, no, I'm going to register at IUM and this is the course I've applied for. And she's like, we are not going to waste money. That's wait, what are you going to do again? Then I explained to her, she's like, no, please go to UNAM and check which other course that you can find there. Not this thing of IUM, because she's more into she's more into the field of accounting. So she wanted me to do the bachelor's of accounting or something in economics, something in finance, because that's what she liked, but it's really not
what you wanted.
What I wanted. Then I went to UNAM. I think it was like late application. All the courses were already full, and I was going to register. What was I going to register? Archives and something.
Where do you get all these things, Malima? I'm hearing
archives, something. That was the course that stood out for me when I went to UNAM. Now we have space into the archives and
library things.
Yeah, something like that. Am I allowed to mention people's names?
Yeah, you can. As long as they will not feel bad.
I bumped into, that was Mr. Rich Tender. By that time, I didn't know he was a lecturer or something. He was in the hall, hall. Was it? Yeah, them and Dr. Alonso, them were looking for learners that wanted to do diploma in local government.
They were
there like, there is local government. I think I read, was it Njombala? I don't know. One of the guys that was in Njombala that told me about, no, why don't you do this diploma in local government? And I'm like, what is it all about? No, it has to do with municipality, there's a bit of politics and all that. So I'm also coming from kind of a political background, so it kind of stood out for me. I was like, oh, let me go for this one. Let me see what it's all about. But I remember seeing these guys. I found out about the diploma in local government when I was in UNA. Then that's how I registered for it. They're like, no, it's just 2 years. You complete it and then you can further with other things again. I was like, okay, let me go for this one.
Not knowing, coach, okay, you knew it was a diploma. You didn't want maybe an honors degree. Just, okay, diploma, let me go.
Yeah, that was it. Like, because all the other courses were full. Like, education was full. My mom was more do education. Nursing is full. Like, they only had diplomas. And the education diplomas will take you like 3 years.
Yeah.
I was like, 3 years for a diploma? No, let me just take this one and then I can upgrade to something else better next year. Yeah, that was the understanding I got.
So when you went into that class of local government, how was it? Do you think that it was as how they were saying it is about municipality and local government? It says local government, so basically local governance and a little bit of politics. Was it interesting?
It was very much interesting. Like, that was especially the first year. Okay, first year you just do ordinary UNA modules. The second semester now, that's when you do modules like introduction to local government. Then you are studying about current issues that are happening in the country. You are being told about the branches of government and all these things, how the laws and procedures and what things are being done in real. And even on the what is the other thing? The module that stood out for me was not politics, but project management. How you can manage a certain project, how do you run a certain governmental project and see to it that it succeed, how is the fund allocated, and all. It was quite interesting. I would have laughed if there was a degree of it, but it's like a pre-introduction to, what is this? Public management and politics. I would have pursued something like that if there was job employment now, but
that's why you ended up with education.
First employment, my friend. The parents will tell you straight from university, you must get a job. Now imagine, what is this? What do they say? Employment immediately after graduation. So that's what we're chasing for. Like, okay, I wouldn't want to study and still be home unemployed. Education only back then, but now it's no longer like that. Back then, immediately after graduation, you get a job straightforward. Only now that the job market is a bit saturated or whatsoever. You have so many people now, but back then it was like that. So you wanna study something, you get a job straightforward.
So that's why you went for education.
That's when I was it? No, but yeah, I think so.
Okay,
that's why I went for education.
Education, they say, is easy. Come back, those people. Education is easy. You see, when you enter a UNA, say, education is easy, other process. So we would agree with the people that are saying education is easy.
The core modules of education are easy.
The core modules.
You have the core modules, and then you have your specialization or your major modules. Core modules are easy. It's educational foundation. What is education? History of education. Whatever. Those are theoretical modules. Those ones are easy. Then we have your majors. Like I did commerce. I did economics, business studies. So you are doing economics modules, sitting in the same venue or lecture halls with people that are studying to be economists. So it's not to say education, it's easy. I feel like it's too hard for us because I'm just going to teach grade 12 kids, 11 and 12.
What am I
doing with these advanced economics with people that are going to be future economists and whatnot, but I'm forced to study that, just for what do they say? Broaden your knowledge and all that. So I broaden, not right then. Broaden your knowledge.
We are all doggers.
Like that.
So then how was Unam? You stayed there for a number of years. So it has actually become your house for like...
There you are saying my house name.
It's like home away from home.
It was like home away from home. Like I was in Unam for how long? 6 years. To diploma. People even wonder, when is this self-graduate? They'll see your face and they're like, you are still here. They don't understand.
We've seen you for too long.
Yeah, I know I've been in Unam for the longest. Shame. I was there for the longest. But it was fine. Thank God I never repeated any module. Oh no, let me not lie. I did repeat the modules. I just didn't
Local
repeat.
government.
No. No, local government I went through once. I think education. That one humbled me, especially the second year. That's when I had to repeat a few modules, but I never repeated a year. Thank God.
Oh my God.
I didn't repeat a year, but I had one module that delayed my teaching practice. So I had to graduate the following, the September, that late graduation because of that teaching practice. But overall, Unam was like home. I mean,
you knew the people.
I knew the place. Everybody knew me. Like I felt like at some point I was untouchable in Unam.
Because
I knew the big guys. I did business. I did well in Unam. Trust me.
So
my room was like a tuck shop in Unam. And no one ever reported me to. No, but was I ever reported? No, but I was.
You're friends with the big guys. So people will be scared.
I'm not friends with the big guys. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, guys, please.
Not like that.
But I took it as an opportunity. So to say, we are students. We are staying on campus. We needed some, especially I had a printer in my room. So I'll be making copies for others. Like, where can you make copies when the Unam library is closed? After hour, where can you make copies? You come to my room, we make the copies there. We sold hot dogs, food and all that. So it was a way of surviving. Student life is not easy. So we had to see how we can survive as students in Unam. So it was quite an experience. I'll go back to being a student if I had to, because that was the life we made money compared to this other life we are living.
Malima, actually, not only were you selling it, Unam had this nice thing, man. When we met, like officially, the thing where you were selling everything.
So from Cultural Festival, student registration, what
was it that way you sold? It was nice, man.
It was something Unam Foundation would allow their, what was it called?
Students.
Students, you would apply, almost like Cultural Festival thing, but you apply, you pay a certain fee, and then they allow you to sell during the registration process, the registration period, and when it ends, then you all stop. We made
but it was nice, man.
Unam was home, guys. Unam was home.
Yeah. That's where I got the idea to sell hot dogs from. One day Malima is posting their sweets, there is a machine. I'm just like, and then there was this PFD. I was just like, okay, let me also sell. So I also sold. I'm not saying sell, but if you get into trouble.
No, but the selling of you guys was most okay. You were not doing it illegal like how we're doing it in the hostel.
It's
that
illegal.
one. Was it illegal?
Because apparently you are making use of the electricity. When you are making the hot dog you need to warm the ration. So you are making use of the electricity. And also it's basically the electricity and the water for maybe washing. So they don't allow students. But it's not strict. It's not strict.
No. For us it was risky because had we been caught, you would be sent out of the hostel straight. But Unam understood, man. The late Miss Mainga, shout out to that lady. May her soul rest in peace. She was one woman that had students at heart. So I have a story to tell about her one day though. But
I know. Everybody, I think.
She made life easy for us.
I remember. Oh my God, may so rest in peace, really. Okay, so so the year you were selling for that radio, must bring it back, man, so that people can benefit.
Don't they do it anymore?
No, they don't.
Serious?
It died with you guys.
Shame on. No, like guys, our eras when we came in Unam.
No,
when you guys came, leisure center is closed. We were drinking on campus. Like we had a whole bar on campus. We go to leisure center Friday. I mean, there was no need for you to go in town and get drunk and come back to campus. Sorry to say get drunk. My
we understand. Oh,
and they are going to say our teacher is a drunkard. But no, that was then when I was a student. Now I'm an adult. So like the social life was very much conducive on campus.
Now
You
the
know,
thing is that
Now,
no, go on. Sorry.
what was I saying?
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, let me hear from you.
Oh, I wanted to. Then you graduated. COVID, you guys are the ones that graduated online, eh?
Guys,
What is online
we need
graduation?
a rematch. We need a rematch on that.
Online graduation. But COVID ruined it. I think COVID also ruined it for me because I was trying to, catch up with you guys. Then they after,
Exactly.
Guys. And then they after COVID, we had school stopped, but also you had to graduate online. So how, you feel like it was a missed opportunity. That's why you're saying you missed. That's why you need a rematch, ne?
Yeah, I mean, but okay, was I lucky? Okay, because for my first for my first qualification, I've been to Safari, so at least I got that feeling. But also for your bigger qualification whatsoever,
The undergraduate.
you gotta wanna have that Safari feeling again for the second time and say, okay, the first one was not this, now this one I know better, I'm gonna do this. And I feel like it was a missed opportunity to others that haven't been to Safari. They don't know the feeling of what it feels like to be in a gown. You're walking there and they're playing that song, that one, and the Mama I Made It. It was really a missed opportunity for others, because imagine you went to university for 4 years and you don't get to experience that. So, but for us, we have been there, done that, and we are still looking forward to other qualifications again that maybe might take us there again, but not Namibia.
Yeah, no. It's fine with the undergrad, but postgraduate, no. Okay, so then you were saying Malima was selling, Malima was being a peer. You were a peer educator, right?
Yeah, I was.
Malima was a peer educator. At night, Malima is the one that is making copies. How did you then find time, or how did you then balance between all this and actually just finishing your modules?
Yo, guys, like what didn't I do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what didn't I do?
How
But
did you
one thing I
balance?
can say is God is big, man. Guys, you must always pray. Whatever you do, involve God in it. Because I was in so many things. How did I balance this thing? I also don't know. But the focus is there. You know why you are in UNAM, irregardless of whatever it is that you are doing. Because I remember there were times even when I was doing my diploma, I got a job at the window show ground. So I was missing my classes, working at the window show ground. And a certain lecturer of mine, whose name I will not mention, found me there selling, guys. I was like, 2 for 3. Why I'm missing classes? Imagine, I'm supposed to be in class. But home girl is the show ground, selling, making money.
In as much as you are a student, you must also make money, my dear.
You must survive. Like,
Aye.
you must really, it was survival of the fittest there. So what did I do? Mostly the focus was there, right? It's fine, I'll spend the day doing whatever I do, but I know when I get back to campus, I should at least in a day be 2 hours spend 2 hours or 3 hours in the library. The good thing I lived on campus, so I can go to the library whatever time until they close. The nightlife was like more focused on my education, my academic, except the weekends though, because Sundays, yeah, but Friday, Saturday, we are girls, we are
Life must
somewhere life must great, but the focus is there, like what do you really want to achieve? My main purpose is I am at university, I should pass my module, I should graduate. Irregardless of what you are doing, don't forget why you are there. So that was always there. And I think the guilty conscience, I always said that okay, I'm here, I know I'm in a club or I'm doing what, but I should have been doing this and this. So it killed me at most. Like, okay, Malima, you can't be in bed. You're supposed to be studying. You didn't go to class these days. You're supposed to be doing this and this. So the focus was really, it's one thing that I've never lost. I can say I've done that. But my focus for academic has always been there. So, yeah.
Or maybe you're just too smart.
No, those modules showed us flames, eh? We went to those summer schools, my friend. We make sure that you just, this module will hammer you very well. You make sure that whatever money you're going to hustle, it's going to pay for that summer module. Thank God they even introduced those summer guys, because those statistics modules were humbling us. They knew now. So, yeah, no.
And they did it, they are not doing it anymore. They have second opportunity where you don't pay, and just like some people are lucky because when you write that exam, it's like you are repeating, you pay the same amount of the module. That's the funny, and like I'm so glad they're done there. It's not longer that you don't pay for summer. I think it's second opportunity.
And then supplementary, if they have second opportunity, what is to sub?
So sub is sub. Then you guys had 3 options most. You had your normal, then you had sub if you have 40, and then you have your summer, your winter. Now they only have normal and second opportunity. If you don't, you come back the next year.
Sure. I know, but you just make sure.
You must make sure in those 2. And you don't pay for them, Shane.
At least as we paid. Those 2000s. Every day the economics modules were humbling me. Those are the only ones I had a problem with, because mind you, I did science. I did science in high school. I only came to do these economics modules when I came to university. So it was, everything else was new, but we saw the one.
So I think you doing business studies and economics still goes back to you choosing your first option on entrepreneurship.
Exactly. No, basically, when I applied for education, they admitted me based on my diploma in local government and not using my grade 12 results. Yeah, that's how I ended up at the commerce field. So
So then you graduate, like you said. Very first thing you must do after you graduate, it's no longer like that. It was like that those years. First thing, check you had safari, the next month you must be employed.
Education, nursing, it used to be like that.
And then it's not so. But you see other people, they are also getting, some people, no, it's not like it's not everyone, but some of them, they get those employment. So then you are there.
Like I had friends, my friends that we came together from the diploma of local government. They went to do education, languages. Already January before graduation, they are already employed. The likes of Tiobo, they started working already, like the first year immediately after graduation, straightforward employment. And I think also, this one is for the teachers. Now, when you are guiding your kids, please guide them to take courses that will lead to them getting fast employment. Not this thing of just study what. Look at the market. How is the job market there? At this point, you can't tell someone's child and say, go and study education. Any other small institution that is opening now is education or nursing. Now, where are these kids going to be working? Currently, we had they had a strike or something. I saw the Minister of Education was addressing something like that in Parliament about teachers unemployment. The market is saturated. These kids are allowed there because every other institution. Also, I don't know. These people are not doing research, but let me not be political. But I feel like these are institutions or whatever career one. They are not, because every institution they are approving is offering education or nursing. But how many unemployed education we have? I mean, people in the market. How many, can we just close down and say, okay, for this particular years, we are not going to offer any education to any student until the ones that are in the market have been accumulated, and then we open it up again. Something like that. I don't know.
I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with somebody, and then I had the same thought. Because for me, I was like, for me, it was low. That there are a lot of graduates. Let's let's close, let's restrict. But then this person was like saying, who says when I'm going to do law? Who says when I say my child is going to do law, wants to become a lawyer? Maybe they're just doing it for the sake of doing it. So basically, you must not limit people, but really the advice of teachers. I think career guidance lacks in schools.
We need to do.
So who's supposed to do that? Life skills teachers or who exactly?
Okay. Speaking from a life skills teacher's perspective.
What?
I'm a life school teacher.
You're
Sorry
life
for
skills
another
teacher?
day.
Oh,
I did economics but specialize in life skills. So currently I'm working as a life school teacher. But to be honest, most of the life school teachers are also not informed.
Or they just don't inform themselves.
I don't know. Regardless, I feel like we have people out there that are supposed to be doing this research and the career guidance. We have them. Ministry of Labor offer this aptitude test to kids to say, okay, fine, based on your whatever analysis that you have done, you are best suited for this career, for this profession. Because most of the kids feel like, no, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an accountant. 2-3 years in the employment, they're already bored. They go study, they do something else. But hey, they've gone through all this. I don't think we fully equip our kids. Even we life skills teachers are not equipped to do that. Give us the training on what the Ministry of Labor is supposed to be doing. Those aptitude tests or whatever. Not aptitude, what is it called? There's a name for it, man. That they.
But we get it.
Yeah. On the kids, and they are able to guide and direct them also and see, okay, this one is well suited for this and that and all that. So I feel like we are not doing enough research on that. Even looking at the economy, I mean now we have a lot of what is this green hydrogen, what vocational schools, are we investing in them?
I think vocational schools are very important.
They are.
And we are just overlooking them.
These kids, carpentry, whatsoever, welding, you train them. They don't need to look for employment. Can we at least just train our kids to not to be job seekers, maybe? At this stage where we are. Something
so that
like
they
that.
make their own jobs.
So they can be their own bosses, create their own jobs and all that. Because now we are training all the Malimas must be teachers. Where are they going to teach? They should all be nurses. How many hospitals do we have? Lawyers, how many, like...
We are here not getting law firms because of it, but...
Imagine.
Woo! Let me...
Wait, we are still going to redo this, man.
No! we are in it. I think we are in it. No, we are in it. Because...
So you're going to cut out some of these things?
Which things?
The ones we are talking like this?
Yeah, this one, yes, but we are in it.
No, when I started talking, I thought you were saying, let's see how it goes.
Then it went well, sorry. Oh, we can leave it as is, eh?
Okay,
we can still leave it as is. So you spoke of, people making uninformed decisions of who they want to become and the need for career guidance in school, and life school teacher to be very equipped with training and all that. But I want you to tell us, because you said like the likes of Tiopo them, but you were all just the same and you didn't get a job sooner. But then you said it's okay. No, let me let you answer. So how was it being job hunting? How was it being? Because you apply here, you are not called, then...
I think that's the most depressing... The most depressing... What is the word that I can use there? Job hunting is the most stressful thing to every student or every unemployed somebody there. I graduated 2021, I think, 2021. And I got my first permanent employment last year, 2024. So I'm basically unemployed for how many years?
2 years, think it?
2022. Okay, fine. 3. Mother Teresa, like whatsoever, was always on my side though. As much as I didn't get, a full permanent job, I was always doing something. But that's not the case with any other unemployed somebody there. So it comes to a point where you even want to give up when you're applying. You are sending these applications, especially government applications will be a lot. Those circulars, chosen Jupa, whatever, you are sending 5, 10. Mind you, there's cost in printing. You just need money to print Printing like this need money. Money to Korea. You are unemployed.
Yeah.
How are you surviving? So with my case, like I said, I'm always someone that I always want to be doing something. I feel bad when I'm sitting and not doing anything. So during the first, because I graduated somewhere in September. But during that time, when I was waiting for my qualification, I was just home. I wasn't doing anything. But also it becomes depressing. You're just home sleeping and not knowing where your next dollar is gonna come from the next day will kill you. So Malima being Malima nice. You guys, Malima being Malima guys, I started selling. How did I sell? I started selling kapana. I know, right? We started, me and my friend Asteria were buying somewhere there in Soweto, just by the road, to say sitting home and doing nothing will really depress you. How about we buy stock? We used to sell chicken gizzards, chicken wings, just there under a tree before we could get a container we started operating. Remember Vasco Pub? It started operating as just a brine under the tree there. People would come, would pass by and all that. So at least we were keeping ourselves busy and we were earning something. So that kept us going. Really, that journey was not an easy one, but at least we had something to do. You sell kapana, get money, send your application, attend interviews, you go to interviews, you are traveling from Vendu to, I think the furthest I've gone was Divundu. To Divundu, you are going to Kalongo, those job hunting will make you go to places or discover places that you didn't even know. But it's a process you have to go through. There's nothing you can do. Because at some point I used to tell myself, I know a lot of people, man. I'm connected. People will just make connections with me. You know the culture they say in Namibia most. We don't call it corruption when it's benefiting us. We say it's connection.
It's connection.
So the point where you accept that, at this point, everything else is in my hands. If I don't fight for me, then I will not. So that first year, that was 2021, we were just selling under the tree there. We got a container. We started operating in a container. We call it Vasco Pub because later on there was like a bar and a car wash. That's how it go. 2022, I got a temporary job, education. Lasted for a whole year. So I stayed there. I was working for the government, which was fine. I was out of the street, but I was still hustling. I mean, we all know, you have never seen a rich person that got rich via payslip. That's what they say. So the hustle was still there, the drive was still there, and you are still, as much as you are on this temporary, because it was like a contract, something, you are still applying, you are still running around with interviews and all this, sending applications, spending money, and all this. So for that particular year, I was working, I was employed at least on temporary basis. Contract ended the year 2023, guys. 2023, what even 2023? Oh,
2024.
no, 2022.
And
then 2023, the post was advertised. It was filled by somebody else. I was not shortlisted. Story for another day. And then 2022, and mind you, I was applying. Trust me, I was applying everywhere and anything. Not to say, I did education or I did this. Trust me, I was applying for marketing. I was applying anything that comes near. I used to apply. So this institution called me and they're like, no, mind you, it's 2023. And I applied for this job in 2021. I don't even remember. These guys called me like, no, you applied at our institution during the year 2021 and we are scheduling you for we are calling you for an interview. I was like, what? 2021 and you guys are calling me in 2023. Are you guys for real? Like, but when you are hungry, but don't be too hungry, guys. Don't be too hungry. That's what I'm saying, because you So these guys, okay, then I checked them up. I went through my emails. Then I remember, I really did apply for this in 2021. So I went there. They are looking for tutors, just someone that can tutor their learners. Is it tutor or tutoring? Whatever the word is. They wanted a tutor for economics and business studies, and they were only willing to pay. Can I say the amount?
Yeah, you can.
3K. Mind you, I went from full government employment. No, it was still in Vendo.
Oh, sorry.
To settling for 3,000. Others will be like,
I would not.
I will not. Why are you guys paying me for 3? Because the negotiation was, we'll pay you 3,000, and as time goes, we'll increase your salary. Trust me, the time that salary of mine got increased to a 5K was around, I guess. When I forced, I told them like, nah, I'm doing so much for you guys and you guys are giving me less. And plus, okay, it was flexible because I was not going there every day. It was just, I think, 3 days, but it was still a lot.
Just your time.
Yeah, it was taking up most of my time, and I should be focusing on my business and other things and all that. But it comes with experience. Sometimes you just want to have that experience. It's better than you sitting at home and going to apply as just a graduate with no experience. At least I can add this to my CV and say, okay, I've done this, I've done that. So it's more of, to me it was more of not the price, but just me gaining the experience. Because I did a lot of things that I was not supposed to be doing, that were not
part of the
job description of a tutor. Because at some point they even had to ask me to lecture, because it was like a institution, like a college, that it's first year, second year students. So at some point I had to lecture. Sometimes I would even develop their syllabus, course outline and all that. I did so much for them. But for me it was more of the experience and what I was learning from them. So ask me now, I know all the procedures that NQA does in order for them to accredit a qualification or anything whatsoever. I know all those things.
Just because of the experience.
Clearly. So 2023 went by like that. I was working for these guys now, and then 2024 comes. They call me back again, and I'm telling them like, no guys, this is it. This year I'm setting my price. Last year you guys set your price. This year I'm setting my price, because at this point I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And also, I know the market price. What you guys are giving me is less than what I'm supposed to be earning. And then the first 2 months, they agree like, no, we will talk, we'll negotiate. Okay, so I was there January, February, March, I started asking them, like, it's 2 months now, guys. And you people haven't increased my salary or anything. And also, mind you, these people wouldn't want you to like travel for interview. That was the problem. That's what became toxic about them. Like when you are traveling out for interviews to other towns, they'll have a problem and all that. So me and a certain middleman, my boss, had a very toxic what is the word? Not interaction, like
interaction with each other.
With each other. I'm like, no, I'm not accepting this. And he's like, no, it's either you take the job or you leave it. This is what we are willing to pay you. You either accept or you leave, we hire somebody else. I was like, okay, it's fine. My kapana is still bringing me money, so I'd rather go sit at Basco, focus and see what I can do than coming here for peanut butter, and I'm doing so much for you guys. Then it's like, no, it's fine. So you are resigning, right? I'm like, either way, either you are firing me or I'm resigning, whichever works best, but I'm no longer coming for you guys. Until you understand, you address my issue on the table. Fast forward, it's like, no, it's fine, you are fired. Okay, cool, sharp. See you. Life goes on. I think after a week, they noticed that because I was, like I said, I was developing most of their modules, their course outlines, and what? And QA have to come and do the accreditations, and I had all this information. So they were calling, no, we need the resources that you were working with and whatnot. I'm like, no, thank you. You keep your money, I'm keeping my information, because this is what I've come up with my own knowledge and everything. So they were threatening me with lawyers. I'm like, please go to your lawyers and whatnot. So I sat home and it started to sink in, like, okay, Malima, your pride, I don't know if it was my pride or me just knowing my worth or whatsoever, have you sitting at home and doing nothing. Now you are just going to depend on the kapana that you've been selling and whatnot. I called a friend of mine. I was actually venting, and then I spoke a lot of sense into my head. Like, why are you regretting quitting or whatever it is? You know how far you could have been if you are not settling for that 3K or something, or if you are not running around that Vasco. What is the reason why you are not even just focusing and putting in the job to look for a job and focus and start in that because at that point I was still relaxed, man, even not applying, not because I had given up. Like at that point,
it comes to a point where you give up.
Well, I know I'm someone that will tell people, like, don't give up, keep on trying. But at that point, in terms of looking for a job, like education post, I had given up because I got tired. You're applying, you go to interviews, we regret to inform you. What those texts always come after an interview. You did not make it to the oral. You know, you went to the oral, nothing comes in, you hear someone else was appointed, the rightful candidate and all that. So it was really not a focus. I was like, if it's gonna come, it's gonna come, but I'll see how I can survive. So, and then, okay, fine, I took it serious. I think after that, when I quit this job or I resigned, they fired me, whichever. I went to six interviews. I went to 6. And in that month, I was appointed at 4.
3 appointed with the 6.
I attended 6 interviews, of which I all went oral and written. And then the 4 in that month called me that I was a successful candidate. One was in Ketmans, my current, which was in Juba, where I am now. One was in Windhoek. 2 were in Windhoek. But also now, when the Windhoek came later on after I have accepted the Chivarongo one. So I think it all came as putting in effort and not giving up. But it's really not an easy journey.
Not easy.
Guys, when you see an unemployed graduate there, just be kind. We have been there. We know what it feels like to be there. Be kind. If you can advise them, help them to apply, whatever help that you can offer, just do it, please. It's not an easy one for everyone because graduating nowadays, it's not even exciting anymore. You are graduating and you know that I'm going back to my mother's house.
I'm going back
to sit and I'm going to look at that old man and say, what are we eating today? And you are a graduate.
Maybe you're supposed to be providing.
To be,
But it's not a graduate's wish, so really.
It's not
being kind.
It's not. Be kind, guys. And also, graduates, don't give up. Huh? We have been through the struggle.
Yeah.
We have been through it.
You must have a story to tell. I think so. But it also becomes, it takes away your thought. It really takes away your mind. We regret to inform you. We regret to inform you. Or to just tell a story. I mean, but yes, it's how it is. It's how it is. We have to understand. It's how it is, unfortunately, and we must go through the process.
We must all go through it.
We must go through the process.
There is no easy way unless you are connected. But
even connection,
you are like some of us here. Kamaina, you must push whatever it is that you are doing. Just don't give up. Don't give up. There are days out there. Trust the process. That's one thing I always pray and trust the process. One day, it's one day. What did you get?
Just
sure.
Okay. Yeah, she do up.
That is the saying.
Yeah.
What is yours will come. No matter what.
Yours will come. Yeah. It will find you. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you very much for coming. We've you've shared a lot, and also to the unemployed graduates out there, especially the teachers as well, and those ones that do diploma and then they later on to change into education. You shared a lot, honestly, but mostly maybe on the, because my focus is basically life after graduation, what really happens, and also life before coming to university, because there's this, you've pointed it out that there's really a need for career guidance.
Yeah,
And
so
there is
much.
really a need, and also you've pointed out, you know, the what happened. You've told us your process that you, in as much as we're unemployed, don't just sleep at home. Of course, I think it's okay to sleep, but also don't just sleep for all those, for the whole
Don't
month.
sleep, and also don't focus on the employment that much. It will depress you.
Mm.
As long as you are looking for that particular employment that you have studied for, whatever, settle for what you do, something.
But you,
I mean,
meanwhile,
you cannot just, I know you're an accountant or whatsoever, you cannot just sit and say, no, I'm only looking for an accountant position. If you can be a cashier, be a cashier. If you can be an admin something, just do something. I mean, add to your experience, you know. Settle for what you can while you are waiting for what is actually yours, or what is actually coming. I don't know, whatever way it is.
delayed but not denied.
Please, just do
Yeah.
something. Yeah, don't give up.
So thank you very much, Malima. We hope to see you again for some other things. You know, we've always been saying, no, that's a story for another day, this is a story for another day. So there'll be another day where you come and then
Another day when
you tell
I
us.
actually don't like putting my life out there, but yeah, she forced me to. But another day when I'm free to talk about life things,
Yeah, we have that session. I'll force you again because this was non-negotiable. Because Malima, I'm saying today and then something comes up. No.
I know, right?
But yeah, we are glad you are here and we are going to enjoy this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video, comment down below with anything and everything. This is Let's Talk with Macy, and bye.